Do your words truly convey your inner strength, or do they sometimes sound, well, meek, apologetic, and hesitant? Welcome to Bickish Mind, Season '08, Episode '08, where we unlock the assertive power of language as we explore the fine art of small talk by Deborah Fine. Today, our deep dive is custom-tailored to shine a light on something really fundamental. How the words we choose often unconsciously, profoundly impact how we're perceived. It's not just what you say, but how you say it that leaves that lasting impression, particularly in those moments where, you might feel unheard or maybe less impactful than you truly are.
And that's precisely our core mission for this deep dive.
Yeah.
We're going to examine specific language patterns that might be subtly undermining your message, making you appear less confident or capable than you truly are, even when you're incredibly competent.
Right.
Then, and this is the crucial part, we'll learn how to replace those with more assertive, confident expressions. It's absolutely crucial to understand this isn't about being aggressive, demanding or rude.
No, definitely not.
It's purely about conveying your genuine core strength and capability through the precise language you choose.
Okay, so let's unpack this. How many times do words come out of our mouths that sound meek, apologetic, or hesitant without us even realizing it?
Oh, constantly, I bet.
Yeah. Maybe you've left a meeting feeling like your great idea just didn't land, or a casual conversation felt a bit, I don't know, squishy.
Squishy, I like that.
Yeah.
Our source, The Fine Art of Small Talk, highlights a classic example that perfectly illustrates this. When you offer to try to get back to you by tomorrow, you are, whether you consciously intend to or not, admitting that a firm expectation doesn't actually exist. It's subtle, but wow, it's an incredibly powerful signal.
It really is.
Yeah.
What's fascinating here is how the words we select for conversation can convey messages we don't intend to deliver at all.
Right.
You might genuinely think you're being polite or flexible or humble, but those seemingly innocuous phrases can lead conversations down entirely unintended paths.
And project a self-image that seriously lacks what we call conversational clout.
Conversational clout. I like that term.
Yeah, and this isn't just about sounding good. It's about establishing credibility, influence, even trust in professional and personal settings. People subconsciously assess your reliability and capability based on these subtle linguistic cues.
That makes sense.
Think about it. If a wait staff member says, "We can't make substitutions," it's direct, sure, but the can't feels like a brick wall, doesn't it?
It does. It feels very final.
Exactly. Or a customer service representative responding to an inquiry with, "If I can find out." That "if" just hangs there. It immediately creates a low expectation from your side as the listener.
That's such a keen observation. It's like our language is sometimes subtly working against us, creating these tiny perceptions of doubt or unreliability. But here's the really good news. This deep dive is all about putting you squarely in the driver's seat of your own communication. We're going to pinpoint these linguistic traps and arm you with the tools to navigate around them, ensuring your words consistently reflect your true capabilities and confidence. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting and deeply practical. Let's dive into specific examples directly from our source material that illustrate how incredibly common phrases can unintentionally diminish your presence.
Okay.
And, more importantly, we'll give you precise alternatives to use instead. This is where we get tactical.
Absolutely. Let's start with a really common one that I hear all the time. When will that be ready?
Oh yeah, I say that.
Right. And on the surface, it seems like a perfectly harmless, direct question. But why it's problematic is that it subtly cedes control. You're passively waiting for someone else to set the timeline. And it doesn't set any expectation from your side. The assertive alternative, and a much more effective one, is, "Will you please have that ready for me by Tuesday?" This repositions you immediately. You're in the driver's seat by setting a clear, firm, and importantly, polite expectation.
Right, polite is key.
It signals your needs and gives the other person a clear target.
So it's really about taking ownership of the timeline, even in a polite request. It sounds like a small change, but the psychological impact, both on you and the person you're speaking to, it must be huge.
Precisely. It subtly repositions you from a passive recipient to an active participant. It influences the other person's commitment.
Okay.
And that same principle applies to our next common phrase. "I'd hate to direct you to the wrong store."
Oh, I've definitely heard that one.
Yeah.
Or said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem here is that it implies a fear of making a mistake, making you sound hesitant or unsure of your knowledge. It's almost like you're highlighting your potential failure before even trying to help.
Like you're pre-apologizing.
Exactly. Instead, be direct and honest without hedging. I do not know what store to direct you to. Simple.
Okay.
Or if you have a strong belief or general knowledge, state it confidently. I believe that you can find that product at, fill in the blank, no apology, no hedging, just clear communication.
So it's about owning your knowledge, or lack thereof, without apology or unnecessary self-deprecation. That's a powerful shift.
It is.
What about those phrases that seem to, like, qualify everything we say? Like, I was going to say that property taxes seem high, or I would think that roses would require more sunshine.
Oh, these are major culprits, yes. We call them hedging phrases or qualifiers using preambles like, I was going to say that or I would think that before your main point. They effectively cushion what you're about to say, making it sound overly cautious and, frankly, timid, as if you're not fully committed to your own thoughts.
Yeah, it weakens it.
It implies uncertainty even when you feel quite certain. The assertive way is simply to state your belief or experience directly. I believe property taxes are high. Or, from my experience, roses require more sunshine than is provided in this space.
Just say it.
Just say it. You cut out the unnecessary preamble and stand by your statement.
That's a powerful observation. It's almost as if we're preemptively seeking permission to have a thought, isn't it?
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
What about interrupting?
Yeah.
We've all been there, needing to jump in. Do phrases like, can I interrupt you for a minute, or can I ask you a question, fall into this category too?
They absolutely do, because, you've already interrupted by asking for permission.
Good point.
The source points out this ironic truth. If you must interrupt, and sometimes you just have to for efficiency or clarity, simply acknowledge it politely and then proceed.
Okay.
The assertive but still polite approach is, I'm sorry to interrupt, then immediately ask your question. There's no need to seek permission for something you're already doing. It can also make you sound less decisive.
Okay, so polite acknowledgement, then straight to the point. Got it. And what if you don't have the answer right away? The classic, I'll have to ask someone about that.
Yes. That phrase can make you sound uninformed or lacking authority, almost like you're asking, who are you? No one. It diminishes your perceived role and can make the other person doubt your ability to follow through. Instead, take ownership and define your responsibility clearly and proactively. I'll be glad to check with accounting and get back to you.
Much better.
This shows you're accountable, that you know your resources, and that you have a plan of action. It instills confidence.
I see. It's about being proactive and clear, rather than just deferring responsibility. Here's another one that always catches my ear. I'll be honest with you, I had a great time.
This one subtly implies you might not always be honest, doesn't it?
Right. Like, why mention it now?
Exactly. You're qualifying this particular statement over others you've made, which can inadvertently raise a question about your general trustworthiness. It plants a tiny seed of doubt.
Huh. Never thought of it that way.
Assertiveness often means trusting your inherent integrity without feeling the need to announce it. The assertive and, frankly, more effective statement is simply, I had a great time.
Keep it simple.
Your consistent honesty should be a given, not something you need to announce.
That's a truly subtle but powerful point about integrity and how we project it. Okay, what about when you're just asking for basic information, like spelling a name? Can you spell your name for me?
Well, most of us know how to spell our own names, right? We don't need to be asked if we know how.
True.
It's an unnecessary permission-seeking phrase that can feel a bit condescending or overly cautious. The assertive and common approach is a direct request that presumes capability. Please spell your name for me.
Straightforward.
It's efficient, respectful, and clear.
And back to that pesky word, if. What about if I can find out? We touched on this earlier.
Right. That little word if establishes a low expectation from the start. It lacks confidence and signals that success is uncertain or dependent on external factors outside your control.
Leaves you hanging.
It does. You want to instill confidence and raise expectations, show commitment to the outcome. So instead of if I can find out, use. I will look into this and get back to you one way or the other.
One way or the other. That's key.
Yes. It conveys commitment and reliability regardless of the specific answer you find. And it builds trust because you're committing to follow through.
That's a huge shift from uncertainty to commitment. I can immediately feel the difference in how reliable that sounds.
Okay.
How about when people minimize their own role, like I'm only the assistant?
Oh, this one. It's truly demeaning to oneself. Everyone's role contributes to the bigger picture.
Absolutely.
And framing your role with, I'm only thee, understates your capabilities, your contributions, your potential value. It projects a lack of self-worth or authority.
So what's the alternative?
Define your capabilities and responsibilities clearly and assertively. My responsibilities are focused on website development. I will be glad to check with sales about your order.
Okay.
This highlights your expertise, clearly defines your boundaries, and still offers to connect the person with the right department, all without diminishing yourself.
So it's about defining what you do and what you can do, rather than what you don't do or what you perceive as your limitations.
Precise.
What about when you need to decline an immediate request? I can't meet with you this morning.
This projects unwillingness or even a burden. It focuses solely on what you cannot do. It can leave the other person feeling dismissed or like they're a problem.
Right, it's negative.
Exactly. The assertive approach is to state what you can do, focusing on solutions and availability, rather than, I can't meet with you this morning, say, I can be there by 3 this afternoon.
Much more constructive.
It's accommodating, productive, and shifts the focus from a negative to a positive, collaborative solution.
Shifting from a no to a yes, just by reframing the timing. Clever. And then I'll try to get this back to you this week.
The dreaded try. That word try conveys an underlying message of unreliability.
Yeah, it doesn't inspire confidence.
Not at all. It suggests a lack of commitment, that it might not get done, or that you're simply hoping for the best. To project dependability and competence, tell people what you will do, not what you hope to do.
So be definite.
Be definite. I'll get this to you no later than next week. This is a firm commitment. It manages expectations effectively and builds your reputation as someone reliable.
Much more reassuring. And it gives the other person a solid timeline they can count on. Okay, what about when you need to consult someone else before giving an answer? Like, I'll have to check with my husband, or I'll have to check with my secretary.
These phrases can sound like a burden or an obstacle to the other person, as if checking is some huge inconvenience.
Like you're putting up a roadblock.
Exactly. Instead of, I'll have to check. Phrase it as a helpful, proactive action. I'll be glad to check with my husband and get back to you. Or, I'll be glad to speak to my secretary and get back to you.
I'll be glad too. Makes a difference.
It highlights your willingness and helpfulness. It turns a perceived obstacle into a proactive step that assures the other person you're on their side and committed to finding a solution.
That's such a subtle but impactful difference, shifting from obligation to helpfulness. Okay, what about when you're setting a boundary or making a request of someone else's time? Something like, you'll have to call me tomorrow. This is a busy time for me.
Ugh, that sounds like you're giving orders, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
It places a burden on the other person and can frankly sound quite bossy or dismissive. The assertive approach is accommodating and offers a solution without being demanding. It respects both your time and theirs.
So how would you phrase that?
Simply, you can call me tomorrow. That's a better time for me.
Huh? You can call me.
It's collaborative, not directive, and shows consideration.
Less like a command, more like an invitation to connect at a mutually beneficial time. I like that. And finally, when you genuinely don't know something but you might hedge, I'm really not too sure.
Yes, but you are sure. You are sure you don't know.
Right.
Hiding behind not too sure just adds unnecessary fluff and implies a degree of hesitation or confusion that isn't helpful. Be clear and helpful even when you lack information.
So just say, I don't know.
Yes, and if possible, offer a solution or direction. I don't know how to get to Colfax. Ask Jennifer. She is good with directions. You're direct about your limitation and offer a constructive, actionable solution.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you, the listener, in your everyday conversations? We've gone through, wow, a lot of specific examples, unpacking how seemingly small linguistic choices carry significant weight. What's the big takeaway here?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's really clear. Our source states, and I fully agree, that we are what we say, and the true window to our souls is our words. This isn't just about conveying information. It's profoundly about projecting our inner strength, our reliability, and our confidence. Every single phrase, every word choice sends a signal about who we are and how we operate in the world. It impacts how people perceive our competence, our trustworthiness, and even our leadership potential. A consistent pattern of passive language can, over time, subtly erode the very impression of capability you wish to project.
It's a powerful mirror, isn't it? Our words reflect back to others, and even to ourselves, who we believe we are and how we expect to be treated.
Absolutely.
So as you go about your day this week, we encourage you to become an active listener, not just to others, but especially to your own speech patterns. Notice those subtle shifts, those words that might be inadvertently diminishing your presence or impact.
Yeah.
You might be surprised by what you hear. It's sort of a process of self-discovery through language.
And this raises an important question for you. What hidden messages are your words sending right now? And how might even a small, conscious shift in your phrasing unlock a greater sense of assertiveness and capability in all your interactions? Don't just listen. Become a communication detective in your own life this week. Pick just one of these patterns, maybe the "I'm only the" or the "I'll try to," and consciously practice its assertive alternative.
Just one to start.
Just one. Notice the difference not just in others' reactions, but in how you feel, in your own confidence.
That small shift isn't just about sounding different. It's about feeling more powerful, more authentic, and more in control of your own voice. The impact on your professional life, your personal relationships, and simply your own self-perception can be really transformative. Thanks for diving deep with us.